Yeah, man. Greetings, Ras Tafari, Hail Emperor the King Selassie the First, the Perfect Balance Empress Menin. This is first man for Rastafari Indigenous Village, recognizing, accepting, promoting Lion Voice. Yes, the voice of Rastafari, speaking about Rastafari, educating Rastafari, preserving, protecting Rastafari. Give thanks.
Aye,
Yes, I.
Rastafari.
Greetings. I'm Sister Aisha Diana Conwood, currently the Assistant Commissioner of Agriculture for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Time for the lioness to roar. You know, this is the lion's voice. Lioness, let's roar, lion pour.
And now the fire just went up a next level, because we had the elders like Irie Lion in there. We had, different anchors from New York in there that came to the reasoning at Howard University. And then all roads led, to the Bingy House, 10th Street. And that fire ISIS and subsequent reasoning, especially with elders like Irie Lion, who really came and set a certain order with the Bingy and how we operate and hold the ISIS. It forever changed I and I as youth, because now, prior to that time, as I really check it, I and I was more passive in the administration of the ISIS. You know what I mean? But no, Irie Lion said every Ainpo have to know the fire key. Every Ainpo have to know the creed. You know what I mean? Like all I and I have to be to administrate.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimebe is giving birth in a place called Erjersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. Lich Tafari's father, Ras Tafari, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Ras Tafari is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Ras Tafari knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. Lich Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting, and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
That gathering changed how the Bingy House even ran from that time. The fire just went up a next level, because we had the elders like Irie Lion in there. We had, different anchors from New York in there that came to the reasoning at Howard University. And then all roads led, to the Bingy House, 10th Street. And that fire ISIS and subsequent reasoning, especially with elders like Irie Lion, who really came and set a certain order with the Bingy and how we operate and hold the ISIS. It forever changed I and I as youth, because now, prior to that time, as I really check it, I and I was more passive in the administration of the ISIS. You know what I mean? But no, Iron Lion said every Ainpo have to know the fire key. Every Ainpo have to know the creed. You know what I mean? Like all I have to be to administrate upon the Isaac, because if not, we doing some, like Catholic thing where you got one priest and he do all the thing. No, all I have to know the liberty in its fullness, and the fire that the ancient came with. I give thanks truly to Iron Lion for blazing that fire, and for I as you coming in, we wanted that. We wanted more fire, we wanted more correction. We love the fire reasoning. You know what I mean? That's the thing. For I that time helped I to be able to reason, one, sharpen the reason, but also be willing to not get in my feelings, like be able to take the heat. You know what I mean? Like if a fire blaze, make it blaze. Truth and right is truth and right. Not be partial just because it's no. When the fire blaze, whoever it touched, because it's a cleanse. I was cleansing. You in the eyes and you hit fire. You know what I mean? If you jump, that means you had something in you that needed to cleanse out, non-partial.
Yes,
Don't talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
thanks.
And we had representatives from the UK, Ross Joseph,
Yes,
Atlanta, Bingy House came up, New York, Bingy House was there, ones came in from Jamaica, and we, as you said, we had stipends that we were able to give to pay for plane tickets and so forth. Other than the UK, I'm trying to remember who else we brought in with the stipend. Does the I call?
I thought it was Irie. I thought maybe Irie Lyons was in. Was he in? He might have been in New York. I think it was a UK brethren. I think it was the UK brethren that we brought in. But it was ones. I know it was some ones from Trinidad that was there. New York. You know what I mean? Like they say Atlanta. Yo, it was a official event. The vibes was. Like I say, well orchestrated, well ran, you know what I mean?
Ran.
Everything was proper, you know what I mean? And we give thanks because that set a certain standard for I on how to do events and how to do programs, because that was really I first like event, like that was really during them Iowas, you know what I mean? And it took a lot of coordination, but we give thanks because it was a perfect event. And like I say, even after that, when ones came to the Bingy House, the reasoning, the vibes, it's how I see heaven on earth within that context. We had a microcosm of that love and unity that we eyes to see through creation, and that's that irit has been the irit that we always look to replicate and build on whatever we doing worldwide, and that's what I deal with, anything, even with Habashah, it's that same iris, it's love and unity. Full out, family vibe. So we give thanks, Aya. Them times there, we'll never forget them times, Aya. Just being sharp in DC, King, like that gave I a whole nother level of militancy, being in DC and how I used to move well, militant and holding the vibes and making sure we was, because we had to. We in the belly, we in the bow, the ice still there, but them times there was a different time.
Them could never conquer the mountains. Thousands of years and counting. Ethiopia rise again unto the world. Now we are announcing. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Well, them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. Ras Tafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. Well, solar energy that them a see. The whole city powered by the sun's energy. The road them make out of hemp and concrete. Neighborhoods full of fruit trees that taste sweet. The youths put down them guns, them harvest and a reap. The beautiful gardens will line every street. Tired of the bloodshed, them done with the beef. Not even animals feed them burn out the meat. Where people say Haile Selassie, I see Nile. When they see say him a treat the dirt like a child. Peace on earth from the banks of the Nile. That's why we giving thanks in style. See say Babylon a weapon, them a stockpile. Babylon a wicked, kill them brother and smile. Lion, Babylon a reptile. Them a plant fish, shed blood, we got plans for the soil.